Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Village. Today, we're going to create a C program using Visual Studio. Is it your first time using Visual Studio, or maybe your first time writing a C program? Don't worry, just follow along. By the time this video ends, you'll have your first program ready to go. Ready? Shall we step into Programming Village? Now, let's run Visual Studio. You'll find several options on the right side of the screen. We're going to start by clicking the Create a New Project button. This is the step where you set up your workspace to code and build your program. Ready? Let's click it. This is the screen for creating a new project. On the right side, you'll see a list of different project types. Here, you will choose the type of workspace where you'll be coding and building your program. Visual Studio calls these templates. Think of them as pre-made frames or layouts ready for you to use. We'll begin with an empty project to walk through every step, so you can experience the full process of building a program from start to finish. On this screen, you will name your project and choose where to store your files on your computer. We will use the path displayed in the location field, and let's name the project My First Program. This is an integrated development environment, IDE, where you can edit your source code, build your programs, and manage your projects all in one place. The interface consists of three main areas: the code editor, where you type your source code; the solution explorer for managing your project files; and the output window, which displays execution results and helps you check for errors. And the properties window at the bottom right shows detailed information about your projects and files, such as their actual save paths. When you select a file in the Solution Explorer, its specific details will appear here in the Properties window. Alright, we have now created the workspace for coding and building our programs. We are going to start C programming. C programming is broadly divided into three steps. First is the coding stage, where you write the program in C language that humans can understand. This is the process of creating source code. Next is the compile stage, which translates this source code into machine language that the computer can understand. Finally, it concludes with the link stage, where the compiled components are bundled together to create an executable file. Now, let's create our source code. Click on Project in the top menu. Then, click Add New Item. This is where we decide the file name for the source code we're about to make. Let's name it main.c. The C extension at the end of main.c is a marker that tells Visual Studio this file is a C source code file. Next, please click Add. Now, our source code file named main.c has been created. Now, let's use our keyboards to type in the C source code for the program we looked at last time, the one that displays Hello, World on the screen. Once you're done, let's save the main.c file where we typed the code. Now, we are going to compile and link our source code. In Visual Studio, you can do both of these at once. Please click Build in the top menu, and then click Build Solution. In Visual Studio, building refers to the entire process of creating the final executable program. This includes both the compile stage, where the source code is translated, and the link stage, where the compiled files are bundled together into a single executable file. Now, let's take a look at the output window. If you look toward the middle of the text, you'll see a message saying that My First Program.x has been created. This is the executable file for the program we just coded. Now, all that's left is to run it. You can run the program right here in Visual Studio. Click on the Debug menu at the top. and select Start without debugging. Look, our program has displayed Hello, World, and successfully finished its execution. Did you get a look at the results? Now, you can press any key to close the execution window. This time, we're going to run the executable file directly. Let's take another look at the build output in the output window we saw earlier. Toward the middle of the output, you can find the exact folder where myfirstprogram.exe was created. If you copy the file path shown in the window and paste it into the command prompt, you can navigate there right away. Shall we see what files are in here? There is our myfirstprogram.exe. The exe extension is short for the English word executable. It takes the first 3 letters of the word and means a file that a computer can actually run. Now, let's type myfirstprogram and press enter to run myfirstprogram.exe. Hello, World has appeared on the screen. In programming, we also say that Hello, World has been printed or output to the screen. Alright, so far, we've used Visual Studio to code in C, went through the build process, and successfully created an executable file. Your first program has finally been created. Today, we learned the basics of Visual Studio and made your first program. I look forward to our programming adventures together.